This is the latest acquisition at Solway Aviation Museum, the Westland Sea King, which was used in the anti-submarine role between 1970 and 2000. Two pilots in the front of the Sea King were responsible for getting the aircraft to the mission area and home again safely, and keeping it safe within the mission area. So they've got all their flight instruments, all their engine instruments and system controls, but they also have elements of the overall system to allow them to keep the aircraft safe. And they have a feature in the Sea King which allowed it to transition into an automatic hover in the search area. So as they approach where they want to dip the sonar, the captain can put the aircraft into the auto hover, and it will then hands off hold that position so that the sonar has the best possible chance of stabilisation and detecting the targets. They can then allow the sonar to be winched down out of the aircraft to dip into the ocean, which is the heart of the Sea King's mission system. The crew in the rear of the Sea King controlled the mission systems. An observer sat on the port side of the aircraft with a big screen here for the search radar that sits on top of the aircraft here, accompanied by a crewman who would operate the sonar system. And the sonar is actually in front of me here and drops down out the bottom of the aircraft into the sea on a 700-foot cable to allow it to get under the surface of the water, and they can then use that for detecting submarines. If they find an enemy submarine, they'd be able to target it using either depth charges or torpedoes, controlled from the panel above me here. The Sea King could also operate in a utility role, so the large cargo door at the rear of the aircraft allowed you to get troops and equipment in and out. It would also have carried a winch just above here, so in the event that you had to winch a survivor off a deck or pick somebody out of the ocean, the aircraft could do that as well. And then finally, there'd be an attachment underneath the aircraft which would allow you to lift underslung loads. This is the sort of work that our aircraft would have been doing in the Falklands War in 1982, when all of this equipment was stripped out and it was used actually as a troop carrier and utility helicopter.